Everyone has a list of American destinations they assume are worth it. But seriously, they are not. Not all of them. Some of the most visited places in this country are operating on reputations built decades ago that the current reality has completely outgrown. Overpriced, overcrowded, underwhelming. We ranked 20 American tourist destinations from most regretted to most rewarding on crowd data, value, safety, and the honest accounts of travelers who went before you. Number 20 will shock you. Number 1 will change your entire American travel list. We start at the bottom. Number 20, Times Square, New York City. Times Square processes approximately 330,000 pedestrians daily. That figure makes it one of the most densely trafficked public spaces on Earth. Every direction is signage. Every surface is advertising. Every vendor within 2 blocks is pricing for people who will never return. A bottle of water from a street vendor costs $5. The same bottle costs $1.25 3 blocks east. The costumed character photograph experience continues to generate complaints about pricing disclosed only after the photograph has been taken. The New York City Department of Consumer Affairs has regulated these interactions following documented incidents of aggressive solicitation. The regulations exist, the incidents continue. For senior travelers, New York Presbyterian Hospital and NYU Langone Medical Center both provide world-class emergency and specialist care within reasonable distance. Medical infrastructure in Manhattan is the strongest of any American city. The Times Square experience is a value concern, an authenticity concern, and for travelers expecting something beyond a very loud, very expensive intersection, a significant disappointment. The next entry has none of Times Square's crowds. Its problem is more specific and far more expensive per square foot of experience delivered. Number 19, Hollywood Walk of Fame, Los Angeles. Hollywood Boulevard's Walk of Fame section is one of the most persistently documented areas for tourist-targeted street harassment in Los Angeles. Costume characters, unlicensed tour operators, and aggressive vendors operate along the walk with a consistency that the LAPD Hollywood Division crime reports document year after year. The neighborhood does not resemble the glamorous Hollywood of cultural reputation, visible poverty, and a street-level environment that surprises visitors who arrive with entertainment industry imagery in mind. The stars are embedded in the sidewalk. You look down at them for approximately 30 seconds before the crowd behind you requires you to move. Cedars-Sinai Medical Center on Beverly Boulevard provides emergency and specialist care for the Hollywood area. For senior travelers, the street-level environment requires active situational awareness throughout the visit. The next destination's problem is not about street conditions. It is about what the photographs have been consistently cropped to exclude for decades. Number 18, Niagara Falls, New York Side. The falls themselves are genuinely extraordinary. The volume of water moving over the Horseshoe Falls, approximately 2,800 cubic meters per second, is a physical fact that photographs cannot fully communicate. The New York side surrounding them is a different matter entirely. The American approach passes through a city, Niagara Falls, New York, that has experienced decades of economic decline following the departure of the industrial base that built it. The streets between accommodation and the falls, viewpoints pass through a commercial corridor that bears limited relationship to the natural spectacle it frames. Accommodation on the New York side runs between $80 and $150 per night for properties whose quality reflects the local market rather than the premium the location implies. The Canadian side delivers better viewpoints, better infrastructure, and a town that has genuinely invested in the tourism product surrounding the natural asset. Niagara Falls Medical Center provides emergency care on the New York side. The falls are worth seeing. The New York infrastructure built around them is not worth the price it charges. Cross the border. The next destination has invested heavily in tourism infrastructure and still disappoints for a reason that becomes apparent the moment you arrive. Number 17, Las Vegas Strip, Nevada. Las Vegas has perfected the architecture of manufactured desire. What most tourists think they're going to do and what Las Vegas actually produces are frequently different things. The Strip is engineered to disorient. No clocks, no natural light, distances that appear walkable on a map, but require 30 minutes of casino floor navigation to actually cover. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority reports that the average visitor spends approximately $550 per trip on gambling alone. That figure does not include accommodation, food, entertainment, or the resort fees that hotels add to room rates at $35 to $55 per night above the advertised price. That resort fee practice has drawn attention from the Nevada Attorney General's office. It has not been eliminated. University Medical Center of Southern Nevada provides emergency care. The Strip's walking distances combined with desert heat regularly exceeding 110 degrees Fahrenheit. In summer, make mobility and hydration genuine planning variables for senior travelers. The next entry is a natural landmark. Its disappointment is not about the landmark itself, but about the experience of accessing it at the wrong time of year. Number 16. Grand Canyon, South Rim, Peak Season. The Grand Canyon is one of the most extraordinary geological formations on Earth, a mile-deep expanse of layered red rock stretching to the horizon. This is not a destination to avoid. It is a destination to time correctly. 6 million visitors per year enter the park. The majority arrive between June and August at the South Rim between 9 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. Parking during peak season requires arriving before sunrise or accepting a shuttle system that limits independent exploration significantly. The Mather Point viewpoint operates under crowd densities that make contemplative walking practically impossible during peak hours. Flagstaff Medical Center, approximately 80 miles south, provides emergency care. Visit in October. Visit in March. Visit before 8 in the morning, regardless of season. The canyon requires no defense. Its peak season crowd management requires honest acknowledgement before you book. The next destination's problem is not about timing. It is a pricing model that has become one of the most discussed value complaints in American family travel. Number 15. Universal Studios, Hollywood. General admission costs between $109 and $189 per person. A family of 4 spends between $436 and $756 before parking, food, or merchandise. Parking costs $30 to $60 per vehicle. A meal in the park runs between $15 and $35 per person. Total family day cost regularly exceeds $1,500. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter is the anchor attraction driving the majority of ticket demand. It is a single themed area within the park. Its immersive quality is genuine. Its capacity to justify the total cost of a peak season family visit is not. Queue times during peak periods regularly exceed 90 minutes for the primary attractions. Dignity Health, Glendale. Memorial Hospital provides emergency care for the Universal City area. The next destination is a city whose specific failure involves something that has been changing faster than the travel content covering it. Number 14. Miami Beach, Florida. The Art Deco architecture of the South Beach Historic District, the Atlantic Beach access, and the cultural energy of a city shaped by Cuban, Caribbean, and Latin American communities are all real. The problem is what has been layered on top by 30 years of resort and nightlife development. Ocean Drive operates as one of the most documented tourist overcharge zones in the American South. A meal that costs $20 2 blocks inland costs $45 to $60 on the oceanfront terrace. Service charges running 18 to 20% are not always disclosed prominently on menus. During spring break and major event weekends, the city of Miami Beach has declared states of emergency and implemented curfews in South Beach in multiple recent years. Jackson Memorial Hospital provides trauma and specialist care in the Miami area. For senior travelers, the medical infrastructure is strong. The street-level environment during peak event periods requires situational awareness that the destination's marketing does not communicate. The next place carries no safety concerns at all. Its disappointment is quieter and somehow more frustrating for that. Number 13. Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee. For Elvis fans, Graceland is a genuinely moving pilgrimage destination. The Jungle Room, the Trophy Building, the Meditation Garden where Elvis is buried, these carry real emotional weight for the right visitor. For everyone else, it is a tour of a medium-sized suburban home, costing between $42 and $185 per person, depending on the package tier. The surrounding campus has expanded into a branded entertainment destination that feels less like a preserved historic home and more like a resort complex with hotels, a car museum, and retail operations. That expansion has diluted the authenticity of being in a place where Elvis actually lived. Memphis itself has more to offer than the campus. Beale Street's live music culture, the National Civil Rights Museum, barbecue traditions among the finest in the American South. Regional Medical Center at Memphis provides emergency trauma care. The surrounding city delivers more genuine experience per dollar than the campus does. The next destination operates entirely on a reputation built in a different era and has not updated its product since. Number 12. Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco. The Wharf has replaced the fishing community. Its name references with souvenir shops, chain restaurants, and attractions calibrated for cruise terminal convenience. Clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl cost between $22 and $28 at Wharf establishments. The same chowder costs $11 to $14 at a restaurant in the Richmond or Sunset districts. The sea lions at Pier 39 are genuinely entertaining. They are also free to observe from the dock. The retail and restaurant infrastructure built around that observation is not. UCSF Medical Center and Zuckerberg San Francisco General Hospital provide emergency and specialist care. For senior travelers, the Wharf's flat waterfront terrain is among the most accessible in a city defined by challenging gradients. That accessibility is its most honest advantage. The next entry is a natural landmark currently experiencing a crisis of its own success that the Park Service's own data confirms. Number 11. Yellowstone National Park, peak season. Yellowstone's geothermal features, wildlife, and volcanic landscape are genuinely extraordinary. Old Faithful erupts with a regularity unchanged in recorded history. The Lamar Valley bison herds are among the most accessible large wildlife viewing opportunities in North America. These things are real, and they justify the journey. What also requires acknowledgement is the peak season reality. 4 million visitors per year enter the park, the majority in July and August. Parking at Old Faithful during peak hours requires arriving before 8 in the morning. The Grand Prismatic Spring Boardwalk operates under pedestrian traffic, making photography without other visitors practically impossible between 9 and 5 during summer. Wildlife jams creating vehicle backups extending for miles on 2-lane park roads are daily events during peak season. The nearest comprehensive hospital is Billings Clinic in Billings, Montana, approximately 130 miles north. For senior travelers, Yellowstone's average elevation of 7,500 feet requires pre-departure medical consultation for anyone managing cardiovascular conditions. If this list is changing how you plan American travel, subscribe right now. This channel publishes destination rankings, safety breakdowns, and honest travel intelligence every week, the kind that tourism boards spend significant money ensuring you never find before you commit. Subscribing means you will not be caught off guard by the next overcrowded, overpriced American destination. The next entry is a city whose global reputation implies a quality that its primary tourist zone has not delivered for years. Number 10. New Orleans. French Quarter, Mardi Gras. New Orleans is one of the most culturally distinctive cities in the United States. Its food, music, architecture, and history as a point of convergence between French, Spanish, African, and Caribbean traditions are genuinely irreplaceable. The French Quarter during Mardi Gras is a categorically different experience from the city's actual character. Bourbon Street. During Mardi Gras peak weekend processes, crowds dense enough that movement is limited to the speed of the surrounding mass. Hotel rates run between $300 and $800 per night for rooms costing $120 on a regular weekend. NOPD crime statistics document a predictable spike in theft and assault during Mardi Gras that the event's promotional coverage does not mention. University Medical Center New Orleans provides emergency and trauma care. New Orleans in October, in March outside Mardi Gras, in Jazz Festival weeks, delivers everything the city's reputation promises. Mardi Gras delivers that reputation at 5 times the cost and half the accessibility. The next entry charges nothing to visit and still manages to disappoint a significant percentage of travelers who make the trip specifically for it. Number 9. The Alamo, San Antonio, Texas. The Alamo is a single-story limestone chapel covering approximately 4.5 acres in downtown San Antonio. Entry is free. The experience requires approximately 45 minutes for a thorough visit. Travelers expecting a remote, contemplative historical site find a 4-acre compound surrounded by downtown commercial infrastructure including Ripley's Believe It or Not and a wax museum. The Alamo Plaza redevelopment has placed the historic site within a context that its significance does not accommodate comfortably. The San Antonio River Walk, immediately adjacent, is a genuinely pleasant pedestrian waterway with excellent food options at honest prices. It is frequently more enjoyable than the Alamo itself for visitors without specific historical interest in the site. University Health provides emergency and specialist care in San Antonio. For senior travelers, the flat terrain of both the Alamo and the Riverwalk makes this one of the more accessible major Texas tourist destinations. The next destination is the most expensive per minute of experience delivered of any entry on this entire list. Number 8. Alcatraz Island, San Francisco. The audio tour, narrated in part by former inmates and guards, is genuinely one of the finest in American tourism. The total cost runs between $45 and $60 per adult for approximately 3 hours of total experience, including transit time. Booking requires advance purchase of 2 to 4 weeks during peak season. No advance booking means no visit on arrival. For families with children, the ferry crossing and the significant elevation change on the approach to the main cell house require physical management that the price point and advance booking requirement make genuinely demanding. For the prepared traveler who understands the logistics, Alcatraz delivers a moving and genuinely excellent historical experience. For the traveler who arrives unprepared for the booking requirement, the cost, and the terrain, it is an expensive lesson in destination research. Zuckerberg San Francisco General Hospital provides emergency care for the city. The next entry charges nothing and still generates some of the most consistent first-time visitor disappointment of any American landmark. Number 7. Mount Rushmore, South Dakota. The carving of 4 American presidential faces into the Black Hills granite between 1927 and 1941 is a genuine technical achievement. The most consistent first-time visitor account describes the same reaction. It is smaller than I expected. The faces measure approximately 18 meters from chin to top of head. Viewed from the primary observation deck 480 meters away, they appear at a scale that surprises visitors relative to the dominant imagery. Entry to Mount Rushmore is free. Parking costs $10. For travelers who combine Rushmore with the Badlands National Park, Wind Cave National Park, and the Black Hills Scenic Byways, the region delivers a genuinely rewarding multi-day itinerary. For travelers who make the journey specifically for the sculpture and nothing else, the viewing experience does not always justify the distance required to reach it. Monument Health. Rapid City Hospital provides emergency care for the region. Something unexpected comes next. Not a landmark, not a city, and not a natural feature. It is a road. And the disappointment it delivers has been quietly building since the pandemic transformed what driving it actually means. Number 6. Route 66, peak season. The mythology is real. John Steinbeck called it the Mother Road. 2,450 miles of American road culture running from Chicago to Santa Monica. The experience of driving it in July is not what the mythology prepares you for. Cadillac Ranch outside Amarillo, the art installation of 10 Cadillacs buried nose first in a Texas panhandle field, now contains more photographers on a peak summer day than solitary contemplation allows. Motels along the route vary so dramatically in quality that advanced research is mandatory rather than optional. The standard of accommodation between celebrated and derelict is not communicated accurately in much of the online photography. For senior travelers, the driving distances required to experience meaningful Route 66 sections, particularly in the New Mexico and Arizona stretches, require endurance that the romance of the road mythology can obscure. Drive it in October. Drive it in April. Drive it west to end in Santa Monica at sunset. In those conditions, it delivers something genuinely American that no other road in the country replicates. The next entry is a shopping destination whose name has become a synonym for retail aspiration in American culture. If this list is genuinely changing how you think about American travel, hit the like button right now. It helps this video reach every traveler planning a US trip who needs this information before they commit. One tap. That is all it takes. Number 5. Rodeo Drive, Beverly Hills. Rodeo Drive is approximately 3 blocks long. It contains some of the most famous luxury retail addresses in the world: Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, Cartier. The stores are real luxury retail establishments. They are also stores. The celebrity sighting probability that the destination's cultural mythology implies is approximately equivalent to any other Beverly Hills commercial street. Extremely low on any given visit. The Rodeo Drive experience as a tourist attraction takes approximately 20 minutes before the 3-block circuit is complete. The residential streets north of Santa Monica Boulevard, where the architecture is genuinely extraordinary, and the Beverly Gardens Park, where the famous Beverly Hills sign sits, provide a more rewarding pedestrian experience than the retail corridor itself. Cedars Sinai Medical Center provides emergency and specialist care for the Beverly Hills area. The next entry will generate the most debate on this list because it is genuinely extraordinary and the disappointment has nothing to do with the place itself. Number 4. Statue of Liberty, New York. The Statue of Liberty is one of the most recognizable symbols in the world. Dedicated in 1886, standing 46 meters above Liberty Island in New York Harbor. Crown access requires advance booking of up to 6 months and costs approximately $48 per person. Without Crown access, visitors reach Liberty Island, walk the grounds, view the exterior from below, and return by ferry. The Staten Island ferry runs continuously, passes directly in front of the statue, and costs nothing. For the majority of visitors whose primary goal is the iconic image of the statue against the Manhattan skyline, the Staten Island ferry delivers that experience without the ticket cost, the months-ahead booking requirement, or the queue. For visitors whose specific goal is the Crown interior, the advance booking and cost are justified by access to something genuinely unique. Know which experience you are seeking before you decide how to access it. New York Presbyterian Hospital provides emergency and specialist care. The next destination consistently surprises travelers most because the version being sold is so different from what actually exists on the ground. Number 3. Bourbon Street, New Orleans. Bourbon Street is 6 blocks. 6 blocks that have reduced an entire city of extraordinary cultural depth to a corridor of frozen cocktails in plastic cups and cover bands playing recognizable songs at volume. The hand grenade drinks, the hurricanes, the daiquiri shops with open fronts that make the entire block smell of artificial fruit flavoring. These are the actual sensory experience of Bourbon Street on a Saturday night. The food of New Orleans is on Frenchmen Street, on Magazine Street, at Willie Mae's Scotch House, at Dookie Chase's and Galatoire's. The music of New Orleans is at Preservation Hall, the Maple Leaf Bar, and the clubs along Frenchmen Street where the musicians are local, and the cover charge reflects the actual economics of live performance, not the revenue optimization of a tourist corridor. University Medical Center New Orleans provides emergency and trauma care. Bourbon Street costs nothing to access and delivers exactly what it is. The mistake is arriving expecting it to be something else. And now we are into the destinations that do not belong on a regret list. The final 2 entries are where this list completely transforms. The next entry is in a part of America that most travelers fly over on the way to somewhere more famous. That is the mistake this list exists to correct. Number 2. The Natchez Trace Parkway, Mississippi to Tennessee, 444 miles managed by the National Park Service. No billboards, no fast food, no gas stations, no commercial vehicles. The Natchez Trace Parkway prohibits commercial development along its entire length and produces something that no other American road provides. A driving experience where the landscape is the entire content. The Emerald Mound, the second largest pre-Columbian ceremonial mound in the United States, sits directly off the parkway and costs nothing to visit. The Cypress Swamp Boardwalk, through a genuine bald cypress wetland, with egrets, turtles, and alligator sightings, costs nothing to walk. The Meriwether Lewis site, where the explorer died under circumstances historians have debated for 2 centuries, is a simple monument in a quiet clearing that takes 15 minutes to visit and stays with you considerably longer. Accommodation along the trace ranges from campgrounds at $14 per night to small inns in adjacent towns at $60 to $100 per night. A full plate of Mississippi catfish, hush puppies, and coleslaw at a local restaurant along the route costs between $10 and $16. Regional medical facilities serve the communities along the Parkway's route, with major centers in Jackson, Mississippi, and Nashville, Tennessee at opposite ends. For senior travelers, the Parkway's 50 miles per hour speed limit, absence of commercial vehicle traffic, and quality road surface make it one of the most genuinely stress-free long drives available in the American South. One destination remains. It answers every question this list has raised about what American travel should actually feel like when it delivers on its promise without qualification. Number 1. The Olympic Peninsula, Washington 4. Ecosystems within a single national park boundary. Temperate rainforest where trees reach 70 meters and moss covers every surface to a depth that makes the forest floor look upholstered. Alpine meadows above the tree line where July wildflower density rivals anything the Swiss Alps produce. a Pacific coastline of sea stacks, tidal pools, and gray sand beaches that resembles no other American coastline. And the Olympic Mountains at the center, a range so geographically isolated that several plant and animal species evolved in forms found nowhere else on Earth. The Hoh rainforest receives between 140 and 170 inches of rainfall per year. That rainfall produces a silence, an acoustic softening of every sound by water-saturated moss and overhead canopy that visitors consistently describe as the most profound quiet they have experienced in a natural environment. The Hall of Moss's trail, 2 kilometers through old-growth big-leaf maple draped in club moss, is free to walk with a park pass. It is among the finest short trails in the American National Park system. Olympic National Park entry costs $35 per vehicle. The America the Beautiful annual pass covers every national park in the country for $80 per year. Accommodation ranges from campgrounds at $24 per night to the historic Lake Crescent Lodge at $170 to $250 per night. A Dungeness crab dinner in Port Angeles or Sequim features Pacific Northwest seafood at prices that reflect a fishing economy rather than a tourist markup. Olympic Medical Center in Port Angeles provides emergency and specialist care for the peninsula. For senior travelers, Hurricane Ridge is drivable to the Summit Visitor Center with panoramic views of the Olympic Mountains requiring no hiking whatsoever. That access makes one of the finest mountain panoramas in the Pacific Northwest available to travelers of any mobility level. The best American tourist destination is not the most famous. It is not the one on every algorithm-generated travel list that sends crowds somewhere until the crowds become the destination. It is the one quietly existing in the northwest corner of the continental United States, receiving the rainfall that makes it extraordinary, maintaining the silence that makes it irreplaceable, and waiting for the travelers who are ready to look past the obvious and find something that will stay with them longer than any Times Square photograph ever could. The Olympic Peninsula is that place. Thanks for watching. If this list changed even one destination on your American travel itinerary, drop it in the comments right now. Tell us which place you are removing and which one you are adding. We read every single comment and we answer as many as we can. For more destination rankings covering Europe, Asia, and the Caribbean with the same level of detail on value, safety, and honest recommendations, click the next video on the left. We will see you there.